Hello explorers! I'm Chubba Miklos from exploringautism.ca, and in today's video, I will be sharing with you Aiden's experience while traveling on Via Rail, Canada's national rail carrier. My son Aiden has a passion for trains. All kinds of trains. When Aiden was younger, he loved watching Thomas the Tank Engine. One time when I was at an autism seminar, the psychologist joked that the love of trains should be included in the diagnostic manual for autism. Aiden has always wanted to take a train ride on a passenger train. Previously, I've taken Aiden on Ottawa's light rail as well as some miniature train rides. A quick note before we get started, the train ride we took occurred in February of 2020, right before the start of the pandemic, and this is why you don't see us wearing masks while on the train. As of the time of publishing this video, Transport Canada requires rail passengers in Canada to wear face coverings on board trains and in train stations, as well as being fully vaccinated against COVID-19. At the time that you are traveling on a train, I suggest checking with your travel agent or rail carrier what the current regulations are. Via Rail is Canada's national rail carrier. It operates in all major Canadian cities. They offer both economy and business class tickets as well as discounts for seniors, students, and children. Traveling on the train is an affordable and convenient way to travel across Canada. Prior to booking our trip, I had Aiden's doctor complete Via Rail's confidential medical certificate for passengers requiring a support person. I sent the completed form to Via Rail's accessibility team, and they assisted me and booked me as Aiden's support person for our trip. In the description below, I have attached a link to this certificate, as well as a link to Via Rail's accessibility page on their website. This is a great resource to consult for travelers with disabilities who are planning on traveling on the train. Aiden now has a Via preference number. This is Via Rail's frequent traveler program. His profile indicates that he requires a support person when he travels on the train. Our train was scheduled to depart Ottawa at 6:40 in the morning. This meant we needed to get up really early to make it to the train station on time for our train. Hey, Aiden. Aiden.
What?
It's time to wake up.
Aww.
Do you remember what are we going to do today, Aiden?
We're gonna go on the train.
Yeah. It's really early in the morning. We gotta wake up and get dressed, okay?
Okay. And look at all that snow outside.
We gotta wake up. We're gonna go on the train.
Yay.
Yeah? Are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta put some clothes on. Hey guys, are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? What are we gonna go do?
Go on the train.
Go on the train.
Yeah.
Go ride this motorcycle.
Yes. Aiden and James really enjoyed looking at the model trains that are on display at the Ottawa train station prior to us departing. We were allowed to board the train a few minutes prior to the rest of the passengers. Aiden and James were very excited to finally get on board the train. James, we're going. What do you think? Isn't this cool? It's gonna go faster. Via Rail had booked us 4 seats together, and we had a table between us. This was very convenient. Because the train was departing early in the morning, we'd also brought some snacks to eat. We traveled by train from Ottawa, Ontario to London, Ontario, with a transfer in Toronto, Ontario en route. The train ride was scheduled to take approximately 7 hours. I was worried that Aiden would not be able to tolerate being on the train for this long. I had downloaded some movies for Aiden and James to watch on their iPads for the train ride to help pass the time, although Aiden was mostly content with looking out the window for most of the trip. Via Rail staff were very friendly and professional throughout our trip. While on the train, Via Rail gave the boys some grab bags with coloring books, stickers, and a cardboard toy train that they could build. Aiden and James enjoyed stopping at several of the smaller train stations in between Ottawa and Toronto.
Why are there footprints of dogs?
I don't know.
Daddy?
On the roof? There are footprints on the roof?
We were in the last train car, so we could look out the window of the rear door of the train to see the tracks go by. Aiden really loved this. After arriving in Toronto, Aiden and James were a little bit restless after the long train ride from Ottawa. They were being silly at Toronto's Union Station while we waited to board our next train to London, Ontario. We had picked up some McDonald's for lunch during our stopover in Toronto, and then we ate it on the train to London. After we arrived in London, Ontario, the boys got to see the train we were just on depart from the station. Our experience on Via Rail was absolutely fabulous, and I highly recommend taking the train for travel within Canada. Via Rail is currently in the process of modernizing their fleet. The boys and I cannot wait to try out one of the new trains in the future. If you love trains as much as Aiden does, check out this video of Aiden enjoying the miniature train ride at Upper Canada Village.